I see California gonna be the starting ground. I've been telling y'all. So first it was the warehouse fire. Then yesterday, dude didn't want to leave his home. He was getting served an eviction notice to smoke the rollers. Now today, somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at Sam Altman house. Y'all know who Sam Altman is? I'm pretty sure some of y'all don't, some of y'all do. If you really in tune with what's going on, you know who he is. But for my people that don't, because I know it's people that just, you know what I'm saying, just tune in. Sam Altman is the one who started OpenAI, bro. He like what you would consider the Antichrist or whatever, or at least somebody who close to it. So yeah, man. And this the thing. I'm not like encouraging it. I'm just saying like, man, fuck that. I damn near am encouraging it for real. Cause at the end of the day, this shit needs to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I wasn't making fun of the rollers for getting killed, even though the rollers fuck the police too. You feel me? But I wasn't, cause I don't know, bro, personally, so I'm not going. You feel me? But I was bringing the situation up with the rollers getting killed because I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. It's like it's y'all not seeing. If you're not paying attention, you wouldn't know that. You would think this is regular news, but like for the people that's paying attention, bro, this is the beginning of the collapse. We seeing it.
But yeah, I mean, look, it's the problem with Sam Altman, like many people, is that they're not conducting this reasoned analysis of the risks and benefits. They're not taking the risks seriously, right? And at the end of the day, even the Dario, sure, I'd rank him a cut above Sam Altman in terms of like having more integrity. Dario does not have a reputation for going around deceiving people and, you know, breaking, like telling other people that somebody else said this. Like Sam Altman is more on the psychopath spectrum than Dario, from what we gather. But at the end of the day, like what matters is whether you're taking the risk seriously. That actually matters even more than whether you're a psychopath.
You understand how this sounds like an accusation.
You had complaints from one programmer who said you guys were basically stealing people's stuff and not paying them, and then he wound up murdered. What was that?
Also a great tragedy. He committed suicide.
Do you think he committed suicide?
I really do.
Have you looked?
This was like a friend of mine. This is like a guy that, and not a close friend, but this is someone that worked at OpenAI for a very long time. I was really shaken by this tragedy. I spent a lot of time trying to, you know, read everything I could, as I'm sure you and others did too, about what happened. It looks like a suicide to me.
Why does it look like a suicide?
It was a gun he had purchased. It was this is like gruesome to talk about, but I read the whole medical record. Does it not look like one to you?
Molotov cocktails, shots fired at Sam Altman's house. Is it us or is it them?
San Francisco police are investigating another violent incident in the neighborhood where OpenAI CEO Sam Altman lives. 2 people are charged with firing gunshots there on Sunday. It comes after his house was firebombed last week. Our Carter Evans has more.
A new incident near the home of OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. Police responded to possible shots fired just before 3 a.m. Sunday morning, eventually tracking down a man and a woman and arresting them a few blocks from Altman's home. OpenAI tells CBS News the incident was not related to Altman. Police would not confirm whether Altman was targeted.
Someone threw a Molotov cocktail / sticky bomb at the gate of Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI's residence.
It comes 2 days after Altman's home was hit with a Molotov cocktail that started a fire. Police said the 20-year-old suspect ran away and was later arrested at OpenAI's headquarters.
Okay, so 20-year-old suspect, he flees to OpenAI headquarters. I'm trying to figure out, why would you go to the place where the company of the guy that you just Molotov cocktailed his house? I don't know. He's 20. Some of y'all 20-year-olds do some real strange shit any damn way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we used to do strange stuff as 20s, but we didn't do this. I mean, I had to do a little research to kind of figure out why everybody didn't like this guy. And he's weird. I get it. Trying to figure out why they didn't like him. I didn't know it was to this degree, to this level, to this extent. He is weird. I do agree he is a weird dude. Yes, they took over for Anthropic when it comes to the Pentagon and the state, when it comes to OpenAI. Yes, they have a different perspective on AI than Anthropic. Yes, he's done some real weird shit. I think he had some cases against him when it came to his a case against his sister molesting her, where she filed at least the charges for molestation. I haven't heard too much about that afterwards. But I think it's weird to be able to do that. If you think that Molotov cocktailing his house is actually going to stop the advancement of AI as a whole, then you're weird. Oh no. I mean, you're weirder than most of the weird people out here. And we got some weird ass people in this damn world, but you're sitting at the top of that weird list. You are. Because attacking this guy who has little to do with the advancement of AI as a whole. Yeah, he controls OpenAI, but honestly, you got Anthropic, you got all these other companies that are jockeying for the same position, and he's just one peg in the wheel when it comes to this right now. Yeah, they got to deal with the Pentagon, but let's be 100%. I don't think OpenAI is capable of navigating some of the things that Anthropic was doing. And this is just from somebody who switched from OpenAI to Anthropic. And we're building our models right now for real estate wholesaling on OpenAI, or on Anthropic, excuse me. But I thought it was weird to do that. Is this like the anarchy type of like movie where they feel, and some of y'all believe it, that the world is going to be taken over by AI, and AI will eventually become, well, he's the Antichrist and he's building the Antichrist. That's what some people believe. I've listened to some really weird stuff. It's really
There's
weird.
a subject threatening to burn down the building. Security sees subject holding a jug. Claims there's kerosene in it.
OpenAI says no one was hurt. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, 20-year-old Daniel Alejandro Marietta Ga faces a number of charges, including attempted
20 years old. 20. His brain hasn't developed.
At this point, everyone has heard about this twink who tried to cast incendio on the house of he who does not know how to code. Something about this twink stood out to me. First, segue. Sam Altman has funded a new startup that is going to edit your baby's genes to make them more eugenically superior. And there's this other startup which it's not clear if he's involved, but it's nearby and it's like similar people working on it. And basically they're growing human bodies that are cloned, which you can transfer your brain into. So they're going to do a brain transplant into a younger version of yourself.
At 20 years old, my brain wasn't developed. Well, it had been. I was in the military. I've been through some shit. But I still realized years later my brain wasn't fully developed. It's none. Because y'all believe that these actions cure and change situations. And I tell people these actions don't do nothing. They only make people like Sam Altman and some of the other ones double down and get protection, just like the guy who was the CEO for United Health, I think it was, right? That got killed by Luigi, I think his last name was. Very weird thing, too. This dude turns around and writes a letter to Patrick Bet-David, which I thought was really weird. But is this the line that we go down now? People are activists against technology while China's actively outpacing us. And do we become a United States or united once we have boots on the ground from a foreign country occupying our country? Then we say, oh, all of this crazy stuff we were doing, we shouldn't have been doing it. Why are they here? There's a cause and effect for everything. There is.
murder and arson. Police did not point to a motive, but he appeared to voice concerns over AI in a series of recent online blog posts, calling it an existential risk. The attack comes as OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT, is facing intense pressure and backlash, including a recent scathing investigation by The New Yorker highlighting concerns some people have with Altman and his company. After Friday's incident, Altman released a very personal blog post sharing a
Man, I tell you. Please listen, believe a part of what the media says, not all, because they've got to put somebody in the villain role when it comes to not just AI, technology. Somebody's got to take the villain role. The first villain, well, the Democrats haven't had the villain role. Democrats in office haven't had the villain role. We're going into the prime, the 2 year, right? This is going to be entertaining. I might start talking about real estate just because talking about politics just because of that, but who knows? But because it's going to be entertaining. But somebody's always got to have the villain role for people. In the media, they've got to have the villain role. At one time, I think Bill Gates, he still is a villain in the media yeah, of course, after that thing with Epstein, he's got the villain role, right? Is this valid? Tell me, leave a comment. Is it valid? Is Altman really that bad? Because I've read some stuff and I've listened to some of his interviews. I listened to that interview that he gave when he was talking about God and sentient being. I thought that was, I said, dude, you can't even answer a simple question. What are the type of guardrails that are put in place when it comes to faith, God, and things like that? And he was basically said he left it to somebody else to do, which I thought was weird for a CEO. Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Photo of his family and writing, in hopes that it might dissuade the next person from throwing a Molotov cocktail at our house, no matter what they think about me. Suggesting the incident was connected to the broader debate over AI, saying we should de-escalate the rhetoric and tactics and try to have fewer explosions in fewer homes, figuratively and literally. For CBS Mornings, I'm Carter Evans.
So he throws a picture of his children out there with the hopes that would deter him, right?
And those are the stories that caught our eye. Back to you guys.
So they're hoping that will deter people from looking. He's like, man, I got kids. And I think that is something. When you've got kids, why would you? This is very weird where we're in right now, man. Now the tech guys are becoming the demons. They are becoming the billionaire demons, the police people we have to protect our freedom from. But nobody's protecting their freedom from existential threats.